All right, let's dive into a culinary mystery that, well, has probably sparked a few debates, maybe even some puzzled looks around the dinner table.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
You know the scene? You're digging into some really nice shrimp, perfectly cooked, and then bam, you see that kind of creamy, sometimes yellow, sometimes orange, maybe even dark stuff right there in the
Uh-huh.
head.
Yes. The classic shrimp head situation. It causes a lot of confusion, doesn't it?
It totally does. And the questions start immediately. Is this that delicious shrimp fat people talk about, like a delicacy?
Hmm.
Or is it, the less appealing option? Is it shrimp poop? Something you should definitely avoid.
Right. That's the big question people have.
And figuring out the truth, well, it's tricky for a lot of folks.
Exactly. And that's really our mission for this deep dive today.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to unpack the science behind it, get rid of some myths, and give you the actual facts.
Okay.
So by the time we're done, you'll know exactly what you're looking at, and you can feel confident making your own choices next time shrimp heads are on the menu.
Perfect. So let's get straight to it. That stuff in the head, the creamy, flavorful bit, often called shrimp fat, it's not really fat like we think of fat in, say, pork or beef, is it?
No, that's a really key point. It's not adipose tissue, not simple fat storage. What you're actually seeing there is the shrimp's hepatopancreas.
Hepatopancreas. Okay, that sounds technical.
It is,
Mm.
a bit. But think of it like this. It does the job of both the liver and the pancreas in us humans. Hepato for liver functions, pancreas for digestive enzymes. It's a pretty amazing multitasking organ for the shrimp.
Wow, okay. So it's not just some random goo, it's a vital organ doing important work.
Absolutely vital.
So how does that work exactly? And more importantly for the food lovers, how does that biology lead to something people find so, well, delicious?
Well, it's got this dual role, right? First, digestion. It breaks down the shrimp's food, pulling out all the nutrients.
Okay.
But then second, it stores a lot of those nutrients, lipids, carbohydrates, that sort of thing. Think of it as the shrimp's energy pantry and processing center.
Ah, I see.
And that activity, all the processing and storing of these rich compounds from its diet, that's precisely why it gets that incredibly rich, creamy texture and that really distinct umami flavor people rave about.
So the taste comes from the stored nutrients and the digestive process itself.
Exactly. It's like the concentrated essence of everything good the shrimp has been eating and processing.
Yeah.
Almost buttery sometimes.
Okay, so if it's processing food and storing things, lots of people might still think, well, that sounds like it could involve waste. Let's settle it. Is that creamiest stuff in the head actually shrimp poop?
Nope. Absolutely not. We can put that myth completely to bed.
Phew. Okay.
Its fecal matter is really common, but it's just wrong.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's a digestive and storage organ. Biology-wise, it makes sense for flavor to concentrate there, not waste.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. So if the head stuff isn't poop, where is the actual shrimp poop? Because let's be real, nobody wants that on their plate.
Huh. Very fair point. And the answer is pretty straightforward. The actual waste, the shrimp's digested leftovers, is in that dark line you often see running along the shrimp's back.
Vein.
People call it a vein, yeah, but it's not for blood. It's actually the shrimp's intestine or digestive tract. That's where the real waste material collects.
Ah, the infamous black vein. So all those times people carefully pull that string out, they're actually deveining it in the truest sense, removing the intestine.
That's exactly what they're doing. You're removing the digestive tract and the waste inside.
Knowing the why behind that kitchen step is actually really helpful.
Yeah, it's a super common practice, and now you know the biology behind it. Mostly it's for looks and texture.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
wants gritty shrimp, right?
Yeah, they're not.
And, well, just the idea of eating waste isn't appealing, even if it's probably not harmful in small amounts. It can taste a bit muddy sometimes, too.
Okay, but going back to the head, it's not always that nice yellow or orange color, is it? Sometimes it looks kind of dark, almost black or dirty. What does that mean? Is that a warning sign?
That's a really important practical question. Yeah, sometimes the hepatopancreas can look darker.
Right.
There are a couple main reasons. One is simply what the shrimp ate recently. If it ate something dark-colored, those pigments end up in this digestive organ.
Makes sense. Like
Ah.
eating beets might, well.
Exactly, same principle. Another reason could just be the natural cycle of cells in the organ itself. Older cells can sometimes look darker as they break down.
So it's not automatically bad then, not necessarily spoiled.
Not automatically, no. The absolute key thing, and this is the main takeaway for you here, is the overall freshness of the shrimp itself.
How do you judge that?
You look at the shrimp overall. Is it firm? Does it look clean? And crucially, how does it smell? Fresh shrimp shouldn't have a strong, nasty, fishy, or ammonia smell. Should smell clean, maybe slightly of the sea.
Got it. Trust your nose.
Absolutely. If the shrimp seems fresh by those measures, a darker hepatopancreas is usually
Mm-hmm.
fine. But, and this is a big but, if you have any doubt at all, if it seems off, smells weird, or you're unsure about where it came from, just skip it. Better safe than sorry.
Always err on the side of caution. Good advice. Okay, so we know what it is, where the real poop is, and what color variations might mean. Let's weigh the pros and cons of actually eating the shrimp fat. What are the benefits versus the risks?
Right, let's balance the plate. On the plus side, beyond that amazing taste we talked about.
Which is a big plus for some people.
Definitely. But it also has some nutritional value. It contains healthy fats, the good kinds, and essential vitamins too. So you are getting some nutrients along with the flavor.
Okay, so it's not just empty calories. There's some good stuff in there, but
Yeah.
there's always a but, isn't there? What's the downside?
There is a cautionary side, yeah. Particularly health-wise. The hepatopancreas is quite high in cholesterol. Now, for most people, enjoying it in moderation is probably fine. But if you're someone who already needs to watch your cholesterol levels or you're actively managing heart health,
Then maybe don't eat a whole bowl of just the heads.
exactly. Eating large amounts regularly could potentially contribute to higher cholesterol. It's just something to be mindful of.
That makes sense. And you mentioned something else earlier, sort of hinted at it, about the liver-like function. That brings in another risk, right? Something environmental.
Yes, and this is really important. It connects your food directly back to the environment it came from.
How so?
Because the hepatopancreas acts like the shrimp's filter and detox organ, just like our liver. It means it can accumulate things from the water the shrimp lives in.
Like what kind of things?
Unfortunately, potentially toxins or heavy metals if the water is polluted. If shrimp are harvested from contaminated areas, those contaminants can concentrate right there in the hepatopancreas.
Wow. Okay, that's a serious concern.
It really is.
Yeah.
It highlights why knowing the source of your seafood is so important. It's not just about taste or sustainability, but also about potential exposure to harmful substances concentrated in organs like this. It's about making informed choices for your health based on the bigger environmental picture.
That definitely puts a different perspective on it. So considering all the taste, the nutrients, the cholesterol, the potential toxins, how can you enjoy this stuff safely? What are the practical tips?
Good question. You absolutely can enjoy it safely with a few key things in mind. First, and we touched on this, freshness is paramount.
Number one rule.
Absolutely. Always choose shrimp that look and smell fresh. Clean, firm, no overpowering fishy or ammonia smell. That's your baseline for safety and quality.
Okay, check for freshness. What's next?
Second, moderation. Remember that cholesterol content and the potential for toxin buildup? It's rich, it's flavorful. Enjoy it as a treat, you know? Savor it, but don't make it a huge part of your meal regularly. Little goes a long way.
Treat it like butter, maybe. A flavor enhancer, not the main event.
That's a great analogy, yeah. And third, building on the toxin point.
Source awareness.
Exactly. Source awareness is crucial. Try to avoid shrimp if you suspect they come from questionable or known polluted waters. Ask where the shrimp are from. Look for suppliers who are transparent about their sourcing practices.
So do a little homework if you can.
It helps. Being an informed consumer about the source significantly lowers your risk of encountering those accumulated environmental toxins. It connects the dots from the water to your plate.
Okay, great practical tips.
Huh.
So let's wrap this up. Time for the big aha moment recap for everyone listening. You asked, is that stuff in the shrimp head the delicious fat, or is it the dreaded poop?
And the definitive answer is it's not poop. That rich, often creamy, flavorful substance is the hepatopancreas, the shrimp's combined liver and pancreas, often called shrimp fat.
And the actual poop, where is that again?
That's in the dark line, the vein running down the shrimp's back. That's its digestive tract, holding the actual waste.
Mystery solved. So now that you know the real story, you can approach your next plate of shrimp with, well, a lot more clarity. When you see that shrimp fat, you can appreciate the biology behind its unique flavor, but also make smart choices.
Exactly. Celebrate the good taste, but be aware of the cholesterol and, importantly, the potential impact of the shrimp's environment.
It really comes down to making informed choices, doesn't it? What stands out most to you now, knowing all this? Maybe think about that next time you're deciding whether to savor that shrimp head. Delicious is good, but moderation and awareness are even better.